Tell me one good reason why I should try continuing to fight it.
Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. So this is a video that I've been wanting to do for a long time now. So the smartphone game, specifically with each release of new flagship devices that may cost you an organ or a limb.
Well, ganun talaga ngayon.
Don't get me wrong, there are definitely a few upgrades or innovations that big companies like Samsung, Google, Apple, Huawei, and many others that are putting on their new flagship devices, but doesn't really appeal to some people, especially me, considering the prices of these flagship devices. Nice. At pasensya nga pala kung makakarinig pa din kayo ng tunog ng construction. So, pumupukpok, naglalagari. Pasensya. Now, I'm here to tell you today that you don't need to spend over $500 for a new smartphone or a high-end smartphone in this case. Considering that brands and all that shit doesn't really matter to you. Enter the opposite end of these $1,000 flagships. Xiaomi, Blue, Meizu, Lenovo, and all the other brands that may be unknown as of making this video, but they make pretty damn good smartphones for less. Now, this is not a sponsored video, just to be clear, but I am promoting Xiaomi here since I've been a big fan for a few years now. My current phone is actually a Redmi Note 5 and they make pretty awesome smartphones that are, well, I wouldn't say comparable to the $1,000 flagships, but when you try them out, they would make you want to say, "Gago, hindi na ako bibili na Note 10." Or, "App shit." I can pretty much guarantee you that you'll be saving a lot of money. And I guess this video is for people who just want to get the most value out of their money, especially if you're currently looking to buy just a solid smartphone right now. So I'm not going into the details of Xiaomi as a company, but basically they're a fairly young company that makes various smart devices, networking devices, power banks, TVs, and the main topic of this video, smartphones. Now, most of you are going to say that I'm going to sound or be biased for the rest of this video, and you're probably right. But to those of you who have used or are currently using a Xiaomi device, then you know that they make pretty damn good hardware for a low price. So in a way, this video is like a guide to buying a smartphone, but more focused on Xiaomi, obviously. And later, I'll be sharing with you guys my recommendations for different price segments for Xiaomi smartphones if you're looking to buy right now. Now, why do I recommend Xiaomi smartphones instead of the budget offerings from, let's say, Samsung, Huawei, Asus, Google?
Gulo-gulo!
Number one, Xiaomi smartphones are significantly cheaper and offer the same value and quality as their more expensive budget counterparts from other companies. Ay, wait. Oh, yun lang naman nata dahilan. Yeah, sorry about that. But that's all there is to it. As far as I'm concerned, when it comes to smartphones, Xiaomi is the value king right now. And Xiaomi, if you ever watch or if you're currently watching this video, don't become OnePlus. I mean, I am still a fan of OnePlus, but you know what I mean. You're one of the few companies right now that actually care about their consumers. Thank you. Anyway, moving on. As I've said, Xiaomi smartphones offer insane value. Take the Pocophone F1 or the Redmi K20 Pro or Mi 90 Pro, depending on where you live. So I'm going to use my Redmi Note 5 as an example. So you can get this right now for $160 US, or about 8,000 pesos. I've been using this for 6 months now and I still love it as the first time, same as the first time I got it. So this will just be a quick rundown and not a full review of the Redmi Note 5 and what you need to know about it, and hopefully give you an idea on the value and quality that Xiaomi phones offer. And here are the specs. You can just pause. And I guess the only downside to this phone is that it has micro USB. Please stop. Just stop. The screen is great for the price, good color accuracy, gets sufficiently bright and viewable in direct sunlight, and even gets dim enough that it won't blind you at night. Build quality is good for the most part, structurally sound, metal back, and Gorilla Glass at the front. Performance is great, smooth browsing through the UI, switching between apps, and even playing graphically intensive games, little to no frame drops. Camera quality for the dual setup is really good for the price. Daytime photos and videos turned out really good. Good detail, good dynamic range, and good colors and not oversaturated. Video is only up to 1080p but is available in 60 FPS. Videos still turn up nice and sharp, especially with the surprisingly good EIS. Portrait mode is surprisingly good and impressive edge detection. The front-facing camera is also good, and despite not having a secondary depth sensor, Portrait mode is just as good, although expect nighttime shots to degrade in quality, and the lack of OIS definitely shows here. Although photos and videos turn up, I would say mediocre to be honest. And this is where most smartphones struggle anyway. And battery life is hands down great. I'm a heavy user and I can easily make it to the end of the day with 6 to 7 hours of screen on time. And if you're a medium to light user, then this can easily be a 2-day phone. Bonuses are a headphone jack and a loud and clear bottom firing speaker. All that for around $160 US or around 8,000 pesos, folks. Although I'm not saying that you should go out and buy this as this is a bit outdated, but let's go with my recommendations based on price. For those who want to go high-end, currently the Redmi K20 Pro or Mi 90 Pro, again depending on where you live, is the easy choice for around or under $400 US or 20,000 pesos. For the mid-range, now if you can get your hands on the Redmi Note 8, then that's the easy choice for around $200 US or 10,000 pesos. Well, as of making this video, it's not out yet. Actually, I recommend that you wait for the Redmi Note 8 if it's currently not available where you live. But if you can't wait, then get the Redmi Note 7 for around the same price. Don't opt for anything less than 3 gigs of memory. Just don't. You're welcome. And for the budget segment, the Redmi 7A is the easy choice for around $100 or 5,000 pesos. I didn't go into the details of this phone since all you need to know is that they will perform more than their prices suggest. Although if you want to see or read reviews about these phones, then I'll leave the links below. Links to everything I mentioned will be in the description of this video if you want to buy yourself a Xiaomi phone today. Pasensya guys if talagang nag-fanboy mode ako ngayon. And I guess I didn't forget anything. Questions or comments, leave them below. Leave a like if you did. Dislike if you feel like you have to. Consider subscribing if you're new to the channel. Siguro share nyo to sa mga kakilala nyong balak gumastos ng 50,000 sa isang phone. Oo, sa isang phone. As always, bookmark and use my Lazada affiliate link if you're buying at Lazada and donate to my PayPal to support the channel. Follow me on Twitter for additional updates and announcements. Thanks for watching and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.